Okay, we are back at Edwina's. So where was the problem? Why didn't she want to talk to us? There were few things I forgot about this quest. You need the book, the Egg of Time, Hanging Gardens, and Divine Metaphysics. All of these books you can find while working for Edwina in those quests before.
I must say
So I
I
had
find
to
you most
run through
interesting
all of
right
these
now.
dungeons.
Please go ahead.
But now she should be able to try to... Yeah, when she tries using hanging gardens on the divine metaphysics, the books don't make sense. So even with all these books and all this, she can't exactly help us. But if we go to Hasfat Antabolis in Balmora, he will say that he can't help you anyway. So now with all those three books, which means two of the books are the two ones with the drawings, they are the actual books, and Hanging Gardens
Speak freely, friend.
is the book you need to translate those two. So with all these we need to visit the wisest guy in Morrowind or the last dwarf.
Go ahead, stranger.
And really, thanks God for these boots and thanks God for the wizard staff. It wouldn't have been possible for me to travel through all that with in such short while. So let's wizard up. Yeah, during these searches I found quite a lot of Daedric shrines. I don't know if I said that already, but yeah, more dungeons will be coming. And I have a Daedric shield finally. I don't know if there is a Daedric tower shield, I can't remember, but if there is, I will go for it when I can find one. I believe there is some ebony tower shield artifact, but yeah. If I want Daedric, I want Daedric. And we are back at Was. Fair. Yay, tell fair. We missed this place. Well, actually we did not, but let's go find the dwarf. Yeah, we need to go down. This was the golden door. And... okay, where's the entrance to Corpusarium? I know it's somewhere around here. I know you had to go down and down and down. Oh, yes, here it is. So what we will do, so we don't have to bother with these, we will use the murder ring, which we found somewhere, I don't really remember where. Crap, we are still flying, it's not good. But we need to go to Corpusarium Bowels and visit the dwarf we found one time before. Best way to do it is by being invisible. So, yo dwarf. The last dwarf in Morrowind. Actually, spoiler alert, he's not the last one. So, you have theories which you already told us, but to prove them you need the divine metaphysics. This book is just an explanation of some of Kagranek's theories. I could spend hours explaining them to you, but Kagranek is dead, and I believe his theories must die with him. So what about the Egg of Time? By refreshing my memory with divine metaphysics, I believe I can explain. The Dwemer were not unified in their thinking. Kagranek and his tonal architects, among them Bruant Mzanch, believed they could improve the Dwemer race. Others argued that the attempt would be too great a risk. The war with Nerevar and the Dunmer may have led Kagranek to carry out his experiments prematurely. Although this book argues that nothing disastrous could result, the disappearance of my race argues otherwise. Wow. Once I was a master crafter in the service of Lord Kagranek, chief architect of the great Second Empire freeholds, and the greatest enchanter of this time. I could not match the genius of Lord Kagranek, but what he could envision, I and my colleagues could build. All of that is gone forever. I still retain my cunning, but my hands and eyes fail me, and my memories have long faded. My only consolation is each day to mock the gods who destroyed my race and condemned me to this bleak existence. Bleak existence. Since the disappearance of the dwarfs, I have been alone in this world, trapped in this grim prison. I can scarcely move, and my fellow inmates are scarcely good company. The risk of corpus disease deters most visitors, but if you meet with cultivated minds, undaunted by the terrors of the corpusarium, you might mention your recent interview with the last living dwarf. Last living dwarf. This is how I style myself. I do not know for a fact that I am the last, but in my travels thousands of years ago, I never encountered another, and since I have been there, I often ask Lord Fair, but he says he has never heard a credible rumor of another Dwemer, on Tamriel or in any other outer realm. So the last book, The Hanging Gardens. Yes, this book is written in both Aldmeris and Dwemer. Many books were written in both languages in the days of Resdain, when Dunmer and Dwemer ruled together peacefully. I'd offer to translate, but this is really just a boring travel guide. If you find any other books, I could translate them for you. Which are the Divine Metaphysics and the Egg of Time. So, this should be the end. And I hope we just need to visit Trebonius. And once we do, then all that we need to do to become the Archmage is just to train like hell. They certainly won't be pleasant. Let's check whether this is true or not. Oh yeah, the speed is great. So, Edwina. Divine Metaphysics. You have this book translated? What does it say? What? I'm not sure I quite understand. Something about making a new god. No, this is useless to my research. Now if I had the plans for how to make a steam centurion, that would be much more practical use. Egg of Time. So you translated this book, and it says that the dwarves were destroyed by Lorcan's heart? That's a very interesting theory, but I don't believe it. In any case, it's not going to help me in my own research. Yeah, if you remember what was in the book, which was a hammer and a dagger and a big heart. That is the Lorcan's heart that destroyed the dwarfs, and those two artifacts will be necessary to destroy it.
If you care to talk, I would consider...
Oh yeah, spoiler alert.
Well, hello there. A pleasure to meet you.
So, we shall tell you about the disappearance. Oh, let me see these books, Warlock. Oh yes, of course. This Egg of Time is quite obvious in its descriptions of the things that happened. Yes, of course, it's all quite clear to me. I would prefer that you wrote a report that simplified your findings, but I trust that you have indeed solved the mystery. Yeah, he's complete dumbass, he doesn't know squat. More duties. Yes, you solved our little dwarven mystery quite easily, I'm sure. Once these recent troubles have passed, I may have some more duties for you. Okay. So yes, this is it for now. We really need to train, because the only thing that awaits us is I believe the probably final quest for Mage's Guild. Or on higher rank we might work for Skink. Maybe. Who knows.